Hello everyone, wishing you all a very good time. I Harshit Dixit welcome you in Harshit Dixit coaching. We will be seeing the vectors part 3 in this video, and in part 3 we will cover up the analytical method of vector addition and subtraction. Taking the example of chair on which the forces are applied and the chair moves in this direction, which is the resultant. We need to find out the value of this r. By analytical method, we means we are going to use the formulas for finding out the values of r. Now here we are using triangle law and parallelogram law as discussed in the previous video also. That was through the graphical method. And analytical method, when we calculate it out, when we derive it out, the formula for both the from both the laws comes out to be same. In this lecture video, we will not be seeing the derivation of these formulas, because it is the part and parcel of the class 11 syllabus, and when it comes to NEET and the other competitive examination, we need to know the application of these formulas. So we will not go for the derivations of it. Now when it comes to finding the value of r, that is a resultant will also be a vector, and vector is defined by its magnitude and the direction. So for the direction, the formula that comes out to be is tan alpha is equal to mod of b sin theta upon mod of a plus mod of b cos theta. Now we will see what are these parameters represents, and the magnitude of the resultant is given by r is equal to under root times of mod of a square plus mod of b square plus twice of mod a mod b cos theta. Now let us see what are these parameters represent. Tan alpha, first let's see alpha is the angle made by the resultant with respect to a. We need to taking parallelogram law as an example, we need to see this resultant r is making certain angle with respect to a. So this alpha, we need to very much be careful that this alpha is the angle made with respect to a, not with respect to b. This is one of the very important. And if it is making an angle with respect to a, then here we need to see with sign comes the other vector b, here also b, and here this the angle with which it is making comes over here, mod of a plus mod of b cos of theta. Let's see the what does theta represent. Theta is equal to the angle made by the two given vectors. Now this is the given vectors are a and b. A and b means forces 1 and forces 2. These are the given angles. If we extend it somewhat, then we will find that there is certain angle which it makes. This is the angle which we have represented it on a parallelogram. So this angle, we need to be very careful that the angle angle between the two vectors will be defined only when they are joined tail to tail. This is the tail of the first vector, this is the tail of the second vector. When they are joined, then the angle traced between them will be called as the angle between the two vectors, not the other. If head is joining, that will not be considered. Let's talk about this mod of a. Mod of a is defined as a magnitude of a, and mod of b is the magnitude of b. Now taking the example of a vector a, any vector can be represented on a coordinate axis. Suppose this is a force 1 which is represented by the vector a, then I can represent it on a coordinate axis x and y axis. The same thing I have represented it over here. Now this vector can be resolved into two components, ax and ay. Right. So I can write this a vector, and considering this I cap as a unit vector in the direction of the x and j cap as a unit vector in the direction of the y, then I can write the vector a as axi plus ayj. Now mod means the modulus we find it by finding out the applying the Pythagoras theorem on this triangle. See, this is ax, this is ay, and this is the resultant. We can call it as a. This we have to find it out, this magnitude. So by Pythagoras theorem, ax square plus ay square is equal to this, and under root times will give me the mod. So the mod of a is nothing but the under root times of the component of ax, component of the vector in the x direction, and the y component of the vector is square. But vector has this is the magnitude, but the vector has the direction also. So when we find out the direction of this vector, we find it by applying the Pythagoras by applying the trigonometry in this triangle, that is tan phi is equal to ay upon ax. So by this we will be able to get the angle, and this phi is the angle made with respect to the x-axis. So this is how we can calculate the magnitude and the angle of the individual vectors. Hope the terminologies are very clear. Next, let us see a question to see how this these two can be applied. Taking this question, two vectors having equal magnitude p make an angle of theta with each other. Find the magnitude and the direction of the resultant. Now mod of a is equal to p and mod of b is equal to p. ये हमको this is given, and this theta is not 60 degree, but the angle between them is given as theta. Now we have to find out the magnitude. So applying the rule, r is equal to mod of a square plus mod of b square plus mod of 2 mod of a mod of b cos theta. So mod of a we are considering it as p square, mod of b is given as p, so p square 2 into p cos of theta. This gives 2p square, this gives 2p square cos theta. Now this cos theta by 2p square we have taken common, remaining is 1 plus cos theta. 2p square 1 plus, now this cos theta we have broken it by using the trigonometry identity. Trigonometry identity says 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, right? So we have broken it down, so 1 and 1 cancels out, remaining is 4p square cos square theta by 2. Now this is complete and square form, so we can find take it out from the square root. The answer comes out to be r is equal to 2p cos theta by 2. So this is the resultant, but this is the magnitude, and magnitude will not completely define the resultant vector. Resultant vector will also needs the direction, and for direction we can take it with we need to use the formula tan alpha is equal to mod b sin theta upon mod of a plus mod of b cos theta. Since mod of b is p, so we have written p sin, and theta is the angle between the two vectors. Here the angle between the two vectors given as theta, so we have used theta over here. This mod of a is p plus p cos theta. Solving it out, p. Now this is an identity. Sin theta can be broken down into 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. This is an identity of trigonometry. We need to remember these formulas. 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 upon p we have taken it common 1 plus cos theta. Now as we have taken out from 1 plus cos theta and broken down into 2 cos square theta minus 1, so similarly cos theta can be broken as 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. Minus 1 and minus 1 will cancel out, p and p will cancel out, remaining will be 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 upon 2 cos square theta by 2. Now 1 cos square theta by 2 and another from the numerator can be cancelled out. 2 and 2 can be cancelled out, remaining is sin theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2, and this is nothing but tan theta by 2. This is tan theta by 2, and this is tan alpha. So alpha comes out to be alpha is equal to theta by 2, and this will be the angle made with respect to the suppose this is these are the two vectors, one is p, other is p, and this is the angle theta. Then alpha will be from this base. theta by 2. Since in this case we can take it from either from this side or from this side, because the resultant alpha comes out theta by 2, that is it is bisecting, the resultant is bisecting the 2. I hope the concept is clear. We will see more questions on this. So let's see some more questions which have come in previous year NEET examination. This question has come in NEET 2006, 19 and 1996. Let's see the question. The vectors a and b are such that modulus of a vector plus b vector is equal to modulus of a vector minus b vector. The angle between the two vector is. Answer options are A 45, B 90, C 60, D 75. Let's see how can we solve this question. Now see, it is given that a modulus of a and b vector is equal to modulus of a vector minus b vector. Modulus means of a vector plus b vector. This means that they are talking about the resultant. Modulus of the resultant they are talking about, and we have already known that the resultant is given by the formula mod of a square plus mod of b square plus twice of mod a mod b cos theta whole under root. So this is what I have written it over here. And similarly for a vector minus b vector, the formula becomes, instead of plus, it becomes minus. So we need to make it equal. Now how can this be made equal? This can be made equal if we see that this quantity, this 2ab becomes equal to 0. If this becomes equal to 0, then this will also be equal to 0, and the 2 will be equal, because the difference is lying because of this factor only. So we can say, if I have to make this 2 equal, then twice of mod of a and mod of b cos theta should be equal to 0. So this will give me cos theta is equal to 0. Now the value of cos theta at which cos is 0 is nothing but cos theta is equal to cos of 90 degree. So equating, we can say that theta should be equal to 90 degree. So this is the answer. This is the angle between the two vectors. Answer option goes with the this B option, that is 90 degree. When this condition will lie, then the modulus of the vector a plus b and the modulus of the vector a minus b will be equal. Let's see another question. Question number 2. This has come in NEET 2001. If modulus of a vector plus b vector is equal to modulus of a vector plus modulus of b vector, then the angle between the a and b will be. Answer options are this. Let's see how can we solve this question. See, it says modulus of a vector plus b vector, means this is nothing but the resultant modulus they are talking about, and resultant modulus is given by this formula, modulus of a square plus modulus of b square plus twice of mod a mod b cos theta, and this has to be equal to mod of a plus mod of b. Right now, how is this possible? It can be possible only when, if I can convert inside the quantity inside the square root in terms of mod of a square, mod of a plus mod of b whole square. If I can convert it somewhat in this format, then this is possible, and then I can get this. And this is possible only when this cos theta becomes equal to 1. Unless and until this is not forming, a plus b whole square identity will not be formed. So for this to be forming, what we will do, if I put cos theta equal to 1, cos theta is equal to 1. This is the condition necessary for forming this identity inside the square root. So if cos theta is equal to 1 and the value of cos at which cos theta is 1 is cos of 0 degree. So theta must be equal to 0 degree. So this is the answer. Answer option C. So for this identity to be satisfied, it is necessary that the angle between the given vectors a and b should be equal to 0 degree. I hope the concept is clear. Let's see the next question also. Let's see the another question. This question has come in NEET 1988. The magnitude of the vectors A, B and C are 3, 4 and 5 units respectively. If A vector plus B vector is equal to C vector, then the angle between A and B is. Now see, it has given A vector plus B vector equal to C vector. This means that C is the resultant vector of A and B vector. So since everything is given, the modulus means magnitude is given. So mod of C, according to the formula R is equal to this, we can use this formula. Now modulus of A is given as 3, so we have put 3. Modulus of B is given as 4, so 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 4 cos theta. This theta is the angle between A and B vector, because C is the resultant, so this theta is always the angle between the two given vectors. So this is theta equal cos theta equal to 5. Solving it out, taking square both the sides, we will get, when we will take square both the sides, right, so we will get this identity, 25 plus this 24, cos theta equal to 25. This will give cos theta equal to 0. Now value of 0 we get at cos 90 degrees, so we have written cos 90, so theta equal to 90 degree. That means the angle between A vector and B vector is 90 degree. So the vector will be such that this is A vector, right, B vector will be 90 degree to it, and the C vector, the resultant vector, this is the C vector, this is the resultant C vector. So it will form a Pythagoras triplet. Now such questions are to be recognized, that whenever the magnitude of the three vectors are given as 3, 4, 5, such means they are forming a Pythagoras triplet, and the equation for them, relation between the vectors are given as A vector plus B vector equal to C vector. Then you must already come to the conclusion that A vector and B vector will be at 90 degree. Now instead of 3, 4, 5, other Pythagoras triplet can be also used. So these are the examples of some Pythagoras triplet which you must keep in your memory, so that when some anything comes, any figure comes among this and the relation is the same, then you can directly tick mark your answer. That's it in this lecture. Thank you one and all. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.